There in the low desert in Palm Springs. Triple digits today with that 100. 91 in the high desert. Lots of sunshine up into Big Bear as well. 72 degrees there. Some breezes over the mountains and deserts, but no wind advisories, no weather alerts in place, so that's the good news. 79 for downtown, 86 for the valleys and the Inland Empire to around 69 at the coast. Quite comfortable there. I'll let you know what to expect the rest of the week into next weekend coming up in my complete forecast. In the meantime, I'll send it back to you.
We do have some breaking news right now. If you are in the Lancaster and Palmdale area, we want you to take a look at this. Be on the lookout for a red Jeep Grand Cherokee with an Oregon license plate. Police are looking for 5-year-old Amaya Maithoff.
And police say that this man, Christopher Maithoff, abducted her overnight, and they have reason to believe that he's headed south towards Quartz Hill. We don't know much more about this situation as of yet, but again, we do know that this Amber Alert has been issued for that red Jeep Grand Cherokee Oregon license plate 576QNU.
Now onto this, LA County officials are investigating possible election interference after somebody set fire to ballots at a drop-off box in downtown LA.
A vote center was also vandalized in Long Beach. We've got Mario live with the details on all of this. Mario.
Bob, Jen, that's right. As many voters prepare to head to the polls in person tomorrow, others may have already dropped off their mail-in ballot, just like this one, at official drop-box locations across the county. This one here in downtown Los Angeles, it appears untouched from the outside. However, county election officials say vote-by-mail ballots inside were found burned during a routine collection, suggesting the damage occurred inside the box itself. So take a look. The incident reported Sunday morning involved a number of vote-by-mail ballots that appeared to be damaged by fire inside this official ballot drop box. This is just outside the Department of Public Social Services in downtown on the 800 block of 4th Place. Officials say the damage happened between a scheduled pickup and the next morning's collection, impacting ballots dropped off in a span of less than 24 hours. And in a separate incident of vandalism, also reported Sunday morning, a vote center in Cesar Chavez Park in Long Beach. Officials didn't specify what that vandalism was, but said election workers responded quickly and early voting operations continued without disruptions. The county registrar's office now reviewing both incidents, working to determine, if any, how many voters may have been impacted here. While the investigation continues, voters we spoke with say they want to make sure every eligible ballot is counted and that the election process is fair.
We all want a fair vote here in Los Angeles. We all want to see the right person in position of power who's going to be able to make the right decisions for this place and what's best for Los Angeles. I just saw the news this morning and I thought, wow, I'm not surprised. This is LA. You know, there's a lot of manipulation and fraud happening over here. But for it to happen right next to where I live, I was pretty surprised about that.
Ballot box vandalism is uncommon, but it has happened before. Similar incidents reported across California and other states in recent election cycles, including a series of ballot box arson attacks in Oregon and Washington during the 2024 election. Federal authorities investigated those cases. No arrests have been publicly announced. Now, in a statement to Fox 11, Registrar Recorder and County Clerk Dean Logan says any attempt to interfere with voting or election operations is taken seriously. We'll continue to work closely with law enforcement and other partners to safeguard the voting process and ensure voters can participate with confidence, end quote. Now, officials haven't said how many of these mail-in ballots were impacted here. And we see a voter here dropping off their ballot this morning. Did you hear about the fire here? Some of the ballots were impacted here?
Oh, no, I did not hear about that.
It happened Sunday morning. Does that change your mind about dropping them off here, or are you going to continue? They're operating this morning.
I don't know like when they'll pick this up. Yeah, probably will go somewhere else then, maybe, yeah. I appreciate that.
All right, just to be clear, the county says that it is operating, so you can drop it off here. Yes. But as you can see, you guys back there, some definite concerns here this morning after that reported incident here on Sunday. For now, live downtown, we'll send it back to you.
Now I'm just waiting with bated breath on what this guy's going to do.
You sufficiently scared him.
He's making calls now. He's getting on the horn.
Should I put my ballot here or not?
It is safe.
Really wants his vote to be counted.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Of course.
Okay, Mario, thank you.
All right, Mario. The three top candidates for LA mayor spent the weekend making their final push to voters ahead of tomorrow's primary.
Yep, Brooke joins us now with more on this. 24 hours away.
24 hours away.
Ticking.
Let's get to it. That poor guy, though, just now. Like, I feel like that's the reaction any of us would have. At least a second thought.
Right.
Before, you realize you don't want to drive anywhere else. Okay, just hours before Election Day, and there is no clear standout in the mayor's race. Look at this. The latest UC Berkeley and LA Times poll shows Mayor Bass sitting at 26%. Right behind her, Councilwoman Nithya Raman at 25, and then Spencer Pratt trailing there at 22. All three candidates, as Bob was just saying, spent the weekend campaigning, working to secure those last-minute votes.
Yeah, so it's clear that this is going to be a very tight race here for LA mayor. It's going to be very interesting to see what actually happens here. Interesting to see what's going to happen in the governor's race as well.
Interesting, yeah, the LA mayor race, go back to that for a second. It's going to be very tight, and then we get ready to do this all over again. Right?
That's right, because there's going to be a runoff.
Exactly.
Nobody has the 50%.
Okay, the governor's race. Let's talk about what the numbers show here. Democrat Javier Becerra leads the pack with 28%, followed by Tom Steyer at 22%. Republican Steve Hilton is at 21%. By the way, this poll is from Emerson College Polling and Inside California Politics. Now, coming in at 4 and 5, you have Chad Bianco at 12%, Katie Porter there with 5%. 74% of voters surveyed say they will support the candidate they already picked, while 26% say there is still a chance they could change their mind come Election Day.
We always pay very close attention to these polls.
Don't we?
What kind of impact do they really have when it comes to the day of and people casting their ballots?
It's always a question, right? Because we're always looking at what do they tell us about what will actually happen come Election Day, and also do they sway voters, right? Well, we actually checked in with the California Bureau Chief of Politico.
Polls are incredibly helpful. They're very useful for us political reporters to get a snapshot of what's going on in the race, but that's exactly what they are. They're a snapshot. And I think that this race in particular has been incredibly fluid. And I think it should be pretty humbling for all of us in the, political journalism world to know that we can't necessarily extrapolate from one poll what is going to turn out. So I think that we have the contours of the race in the sense from the polls. We know that there are really three candidates that are jostling for these top two spots, Republican Steve Hilton, and then Democrats Tom Steyer and Javier Becerra. But what order those three turn up in, I think we still don't really know. And of course, my question is for the other candidates, how many votes did they end up drawing and maybe affecting the outcome of that top two?
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like at this point, we are a day away. This weekend was just days away. And you wonder if candidates are out. Of course, they're saying, hey, vote for me. This is why. But they're also trying to convince people to vote in general, to just go out there.
Excitement that's being generated for people to get out there and get out the vote.
Yeah, it's interesting because traditionally, turnout is lower when it doesn't coincide with a presidential election.
Very much so.
That's kind of tracking with this, with the turnout with this election so far.
Yeah, let's look at that. So, so far turnout's been pretty low, especially compared, as Bob said, to general elections. We have the latest numbers from voter data firm Political Data Inc. They show statewide only 15.10% of all ballots have been returned as of Sunday. And I also just checked as far as Los Angeles, just city. 10% of ballots have been returned. And we were talking earlier, this kind of breaks down by party as well.
Right.
Republicans are returning ballots, I should say, at a higher rate than Democrats. And Cal Matters talked to the people there at Political Data Inc. And they say that they believe this all goes back to the governor's race, that Republicans have fewer candidates to choose from. And so maybe it's an easier decision.
Right. And that's what they were saying about too many Democrats being in this race as well, is that they're just taking votes away from the ones who might be at the top.
Right. So you wonder, are people just thinking? Are people still deciding? Or are we going to see just incredibly low turnout overall?
Yep.
We'll have to see the day of.
Yep. Clock is ticking.
Thank you.
As a reminder, for continuing coverage of the June primary today, tomorrow, all week long, download the Fox Local app. That's where you'll find live streaming, election result, reaction, and much more.
Now, can I read your part?
Sure.
No, I'm just kidding. Bye. I'm just kidding.
Let's talk about this. A massive security web is about to be deployed across Los Angeles ahead of the World Cup.
Just about an hour from now, local and federal officials will lay out how they plan to keep millions of soccer fans safe. We have Gigi Graciette live in downtown LA with more. Good morning.
Good morning. Starting next week, the United States is expected to welcome millions or hundreds of thousands of football fans. And while those fans are focused on their teams, law enforcement agencies from local to federal are focused on keeping them and their teams safe. Take a look at the video. Within the next hour, we're going to be hearing from local law enforcement together with federal agencies on what they plan to do here in Los Angeles, but across the country, from police departments to the FBI and agencies in between. Keeping fans and players safe in the 11 host cities is the single most important thing. That includes security on the ground and in the air, from drones that law enforcement agencies will be using to no drone zones, off limits to everyone else. And of course, on the ground, in uniform and undercover. The operation, of course, a huge challenge as law enforcement agencies coordinate their work to be able to work together. And today, those local law enforcement agencies like the Sheriff's Department and the LAPD will be talking about what they're going to be doing to keep people safe. That press conference set to start at 9 a.m. And of course, we'll bring you the latest here on Good Day LA. For now, I'm Gigi Graciette, live in downtown Los Angeles. I'll send it back to you.
Get ready, Gigi. World Cup just 10 days away.
Yeah.
So much excitement here. Don't forget, Fox 11 is your home for the World Cup. We'll have you covered before and after the matches, including live reports from the pitch. The tournament, as we said, begins June 11th with Mexico and South Africa, with the USA playing the following day on June the 12th. We'll be live there at Los Angeles Stadium, SoFi Stadium, with all of your World Cup coverage.
It's going to be exciting. Are you getting ready for it, Stu?
You got your jersey, your Team USA jersey yet?
You know what? Go local sports team. Yeah, US all the way. I will see how that goes, but I am curious to see how the ride's going to go. See what I did there? See how I brought it all together? Skybox Ceramic brought to us by My Home Sold. Let's take a peek at a traffic cam. That's going to be the 605 at Rosecrans. Those headlights, that's going to be the northbound ride right there. Apparently looking pretty good. Hopefully your ride is going to be just as good, but just in case, we've got some traffic hotspots. We're going to show you right now.
Hi, I'm Adrian with My Home Sold, and we want to buy your house. We buy any house in any condition. No commissions, no closing costs, and no repairs. Go to myhomesold.com for a free same-day cash offer. That's myhomesold.com.
Our top stories this morning, multiple reports of street takeovers across Southern California this past weekend. This one happening in Willowbrook. You can see the video. 2 people were struck while they were standing in the road where the stunts were taking place. Deputies say once they arrived on scene, everything cleared out.
Firefighters battled flames in downtown LA's Fashion District. The fire reportedly broke out around 11 last night in the 700 block of Pico. Video from the scene here showing crews dealing with heavy smoke in at least one building, as well as flames in the alley behind the shops. No word yet on the extent of the damage or the cause.
An early morning visitor made quite a mess on this street in Monrovia. Large black bear making the rounds looking for food on trash day. After checking out a number of trash cans, he found the one with all the good stuff. Aside from making a mess, no major damage reported here. And the bear is now on the loose.
In these areas, like in the San Gabriel Valley or like the ones at the foothills, that they haven't changed the cans.
You've read my mind, Bob. I was just going to say, because up in the mountains, they require you to put these special locks on the cans.
Monrovia, bear sightings are common.
What happens is it's harder for the machines to come and grab them automatically without manually doing it. So in this day of automation, it's hard to do that.
I think they'd figure out some way, some mechanism, that's easy to unlatch.
Hopefully someone is thinking of it right now as you are speaking.
There you go.
Make some money selling that for sure. But yes, it's becoming more and more of a problem. As you know, we've been covering it a lot here on the news. We want to welcome a new month today. It is June 1st, so we want to give you the climate facts here, at least the stats. On average, we get a high of about 78 degrees, overnight lows typically around 60, and we don't get too much rain. A little less than 1/10 of an inch. It makes June the 3rd driest month of the year. And we get a lot of sunshine, actually, and a lot of daylight hours. 14 hours and 15, 16 minutes of daylight. So we get a lot of time to play after school and after work. Well, maybe not after school. I think school for a lot of kids are out. If not last week, then perhaps this week and next week. High pressure's in control of our weather. Generally, the onshore flow is with us in the morning and nighttime hours. We get the clouds, the patchy fog, and then the afternoon sunshine. And it looks like we're going to stay in this pattern through the end of the week and even into this upcoming weekend, staying rain-free, storm-free till at least the early part of next week. Most of the storm is riding up and over the ridge of high pressure into the Pacific Northwest. High temperatures today, 74 in Inglewood to 104 in Indio. So we do have hot conditions out there in the Coachella Valley. If you're headed up to the Central Valley, 95 in Fresno, Bakersfield, same 75. It's really warming up in Mammoth Lakes. This is the last week of spring ski season up there. Anaheim, mostly cloudy skies to start our Monday, and then getting to around 76 degrees this afternoon with lots of sunshine. Thousand Oaks similarly with some clouds this morning, and then we will look for plenty of sunshine and that temperature nearing 80 degrees this afternoon. Simi Valley farther down the road, about 82 at 1 p.m. and out towards Laguna Beach in Orange County. We do have some of that marine layers you can see here, perhaps getting up to around 68 degrees at 1 p.m. All right, stay with us. We are going to be back right after this quick break, so don't go anywhere. Much more.
Just eat some grass, relax, guys. Oh, there's your ride. Who called the Uber? Is it a pony Uber? Huh?
Of course, this happened in Ohio.
What's happening here, Jen? Some highway patrol troopers in Ohio had their hands full trying to wrangle 4 ponies on the run. They didn't look like they're going very fast.
Nope.
The capture happened about 50 miles north of Columbus. As you can see, the troopers and the neighbors were able to corral the suspects with some grass and eventually get them back home.
Okay. I thought those were cows at first.
They're super sweet.
Spotted black and white.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I need to get my eyes checked. It's time.
They're small, though.
Yeah.
They don't look. They'd be like baby calves if they were cows.
Anyway, a pair of bald eagles have been spotted in LA County, giving Southern California its own version of Big Bear's famous eagle couple, Jackie and Shadow. LA County Department of Parks and Rec shared this video. Look at this, of the nesting pair perched high atop a tree. They're keeping the location secret, though, to protect the birds. Park officials are reminding people to keep their distance from any nests, keep your dogs leashed, and avoid disturbing the wildlife.
Keep your dogs leashed? Whoa. Are they worried that these eagles are going to go after the dogs, or what's...
I mean, quite possibly. Eagles are pretty big. Or are they worried the dogs are going to go after the eagles?
Oh, maybe.
Which?
I don't know. I talked to a falconer, and he said that...
What?
It's a falconer. It's a person who...
I know what a falconer is.
I talked to a falconer,
That's
Jen. Anyway, the falconer
on a regular basis.
Well, I've talked to a falconer in the past, and I asked if these falcons could pick up cats or whatever. And he said no. He doesn't think that they would have to exert so much energy in order to do so.
They don't want to, right? Small mice, maybe some rodents.
With that said, I don't know. If I had a little dog.
Keep your dog on a leash.
Keep your folks.
You know what? In general,
keep your dog on a leash.
Right?
On that note.
And pick up after your dog too.
Right.
While we're at it. Be right back.
Well, the good news is June arrived, and we didn't have much of a June gloom.
Well, there's a little bit of it out there.
Damn it.
Ooh, I love when she goes, stay in your lane.
I haven't looked outside.
Okay.
I haven't looked outside.
Well,
but
even though,
it was
it's
just
8:30, so.
there was just so much sunshine this weekend. I'm thinking, ooh, at least it's like we're not having those like gloomy days.
We,
you know?
we did have them over the weekend,
Ooh,
too.
the
but mainly-
contrarian gets contrarian.
mainly over
Did you
the
feel like you
weekend.
had a sunshiny
It
weekend?
was a sunshiny weekend.
I thought it was a sunshiny weekend.
It was. It just depended on what time it was. Yes, we had some afternoon sunshine, most definitely.
You're right.
It was a glorious weekend. I will agree with you with
Thank
that.
you.
Okay.
He feels validated.
Wow, he's actually glowing.
You had some sunshine. Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
And between your trips to Costco and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah, tell everybody what you bought at Costco.
Why?
What'd you buy, Bob?
Well, I started talking to someone who watches the show a lot. She says, "Oh, I watch." She said, and I started talking to her, and she was selling Metamucil. But
And
the
we said,
Metamucil
why?
gels are like gummies. First of all, they're tasty.
Okay.
And then secondly, I was like, no, I think I probably could actually use this.
It's all the coffee you drink.
Wow.
Actually use this.
Yeah.
We
So-
learned so much about you
Yeah,
and your
look at that.
shopping habits. Did you buy some toilet paper?
Listen, we're ready.
Gas,
We're ready. We are
Metamucil.
ready for Armageddon in our,
Okay.
in our household.
Okay, this I should know because during the pandemic, Bobby did come to my rescue and threw some toilet paper into my front yard.
What a
So
guy.
Thank you, Bobby. We do have some nice weather. Yes, a little bit of that June gloom along the coast, but hey, we're used to that. And then it does give way to sunshine. Amanda, this is for you because
Oh, I'm so happy.
I've been tracking the days for you, as you can see.
Thank you.
We do mark the meteorological start to summer today. However, the summer solstice officially is on June 21st here in the Northern Hemisphere. And it does coincide simultaneously with Father's Day that's coming up in 20 days. 21 days until Amanda's Super Bowl, which is Summerween.
So exciting.
Very excited. June 22nd. And then, of course, we say happy birthday to America. 4th of July coming up in 33 days. Our headlines today will include, yes, welcoming the month of June and a little bit of that June gloom, but giving way to sunshine already in many spots. High temperatures will be slightly above the average and then maybe cool down a little bit as we get to the upcoming weekend. But generally, we're really looking at more of the same. And we did end this past weekend with a lot of sunshine. 80 degrees yesterday, 77 on Saturday. No rain, though, for the month of May. We have a goose egg for rain totals. We do have a surplus still, though, even though it's been kind of dry the last couple of months. We have had rain this season, especially when we look back to November, December, and February, where we had above average rainfall totals. So we have almost 5 inches of surplus rain in our bucket. Today, 79, that is above the average of 75, and our sunset time is coming up at 7:59 this evening. These are the highs we're expecting today. If you're headed up to Fraser Park, 77, 86 in the Valley and Woodland Hills, same for Santa Clarita, same for Ontario, 100 though in Palm Springs. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. Moving on now to the latest in the Ontario warehouse fire investigation.
We've got Coco live with us this morning on at the scene there. The demolition is set to begin. Coco, good morning.
Good morning. If you remember, a massive fire destroyed the Kimberly-Clark warehouse here in Ontario back in April. And this wasn't just simply an industrial fire. It happened near communities where people have lived with the aftermath for nearly 2 months. So that really makes the stakes even higher for the demolition. And that demolition has started. So take a look at this video so we can show you what's happening right now. Crews are starting by demolishing the exterior concrete walls for the next 2 weeks. They're expected to work around 12 hours each day and are warning residents and nearby businesses about the noise as crews work. They're also warning residents, particularly with respiratory issues or underlying health conditions, to avoid this area while the demo is taking place because of dust, ash, and trapped smoke. Let's go back to April 7th when that fire started. It caused an estimated $500 million in damage. The warehouse housed goods like Kleenex and Cottonelle. The person allegedly responsible for the fire is Shamel Abdul Karim, who was an employee of the facility's logistics provider. Prosecutors say he actually recorded himself setting fire to multiple pallets of paper goods. Prosecutors also say he sent texts and made phone calls allegedly bragging about the destruction. So He will be back in court now next week on June 10th, and he's facing both local and federal charges. And if he's convicted on those federal charges alone, he faces up to 20 years in prison. We will keep track of this investigation. I'll send it back to you.
What's the demolition, Coco, on this building going to look like?
So right now they've already started, and what's going to look like is they're going to start by demolishing those exterior concrete walls. It's going to take about 2 weeks to do that, but then you have to imagine, of course, that they'll be doing environmental assessments following that as well, making sure that they're able to control the dust and ash in the area. So this is really just phase one, but a lot of steps to come that will take really years to determine whether this site here can be then revamped and made into something else over the years. But again, that's going to depend on the safety aspects following this demolition.
And so what really are the impacts to residents? I seem to remember that this was in some kind of a commercial area. There were a lot of warehouses in this area. So how close are the nearest homes, let's say?
Yeah, the nearest homes are about a half mile away, but then several more homes are about a mile away. I'm actually looking at a housing development right now off to the distance. So that's fairly close if you think about all of the smoke and ash that people have had to inhale over nearly 2 months. And so really officials are warning those residents, especially like I mentioned, if you have those respiratory issues with the demolition taking place, they want to make sure that you're doing your best to avoid the area as much as possible. But again, if you live nearby, you might have to do something like wear a mask to make sure that you're not taking in all of that ash and dust.
All right, some good information there. Thank you, Coco.
Thank you.
Guys.
Good morning.
Good morning. I know I say that our poll's popping off a lot, but I actually have real receipts for today because we got hundreds of votes within 10 minutes.
Wow.
Really?
People love to stand up with this one piece of hair today, I swear.
Is it Cindy from Little Rock?
No, people love to say, like Cindy and Stephen from Ontario. People love to say what generation they rep, just like their zodiac signs. You know, by the way, throw that in too. But we're going to get to that in just a second. Entertainment sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. Maria, thank you for the countdown. Summerween isn't until later this month. But starting today and tomorrow, you, yes, you, can audition to be a character at Universal Studios Hollywood for Halloween Horror Nights. It's all going down today and tomorrow at the Sheraton Universal Hotel at Universal Studios Hollywood. They're currently seeking, just like this woman right here, performers to portray characters for the upcoming Halloween Horror Nights 2026 season. If you have always wanted to do this, now is the time. Performers are going to be asked to do some improvisation and even demonstrate their scare abilities. So they ask that you come dressed to move. More information is on the website. How do you guys think you would do if you auditioned?
Not well.
You don't think you could scare someone? Would you laugh?
I lose my voice like very easily, so I can't really.
Oh yeah,
I'm not a good screamer, right?
Okay.
So.
Oh, I mean, that was good.
That flinch.
Was it?
That was good. Yeah.
Flinch.
She gave it her all.
Well,
Gosh.
I'm scared on a daily basis.
Did I get you? All right. Did I get you a little bit? Did I get anybody?
No.
There's always.
What actually scares this man?
What? Tax season. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what scares everybody when you're an adult. Taxes, your dry cleaning bill, the price
getting
of gas.
audited.
You just go up being a gas sign for Halloween. That's the scariest thing of all.
That's right.
Lots of excitement for this year's Halloween Horror Nights because award-winning film Sinners will be one of the 8 terrifying haunted houses coming this year.
Be warned, the house always has an edge. And this one's jagged.
I'm so excited for this. Tickets are actually on sale now, right?
It's going to be fun.
Now.
Yeah.
For Halloween Horror Nights. It starts on September 3rd.
Wow.
Wow. You're getting almost
not too far away.
Do they sell out of these?
Oh, yeah.
They do.
They sell out. Obviously, they sell out a little bit closer to Halloween, but they've been selling out a lot on the weekends. It's always so crowded. It's packed. I love it. It's my favorite thing to do around Halloween.
I didn't get to go this past year. I want to go this year.
I know, and something didn't feel right last year,
Yeah.
right? Because you didn't get to go.
That's right.
You gotta
My
go.
season wasn't complete.
That's right. Well, let's go. We got our range.
We're doing it this year.
We're doing it. Okay, let's get to our poll that is seriously popping off. We asked what generation you are. 42% are Gen X.
Represent.
Represent. That's the...
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. Then we've got millennials.
Oh.
And we're in second place. Then we've got boomers. That's you, Bob, right? Just kidding.
Not a boomer.
I'm just kidding. You're Gen X. Gen Z, where are you at this morning? Wake up.
Come on, Gen Z.
Come on,
Does Gen Z watch the news, or do they go on TikTok to get their information? I think they do. I think a lot of them go on YouTube and TikTok.
YouTube. We're on YouTube.
Do we have any
too.
comments?
We are on YouTube.
Jamie in Gardena says, I'm retired and wake up to Good Day LA. Hey.
Extra special good morning to you, Jamie.
Good morning, Jamie. What did you do? Write us back. We've got Latrice in Hawthorne says, I've been watching since 2001. I'm 56 years old.
Wow.
All right, 56.
Latrice, thank you.
Thank you, Latrice.
She's an OG.
Teresa Irene in Needles says, definitely an OG watcher. Love all the different opinions, but Gen X all day. That's you, Bob.
I know. I love Teresa. Teresa Irene.
Tony in Lancaster says, millennial. Yay!
Yeah.
Old enough to remember dial-up.
Thank
young
you.
enough to still know where the Wi-Fi settings are. Tony,
That's right.
You're our people. All right, go to foxla.com/vote. Keep telling us what generation you are. Bonus points if you add your zodiac sign.
Wow. That's some good comments this morning.
Yeah, we did.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amanda.
I told you, record-breaking poll today.
Soccer fans saw the U.S. men's national team play for the first time since the roster reveal last week.
U.S. beat Senegal 3-2 in a friendly game Sunday afternoon in Charlotte, and that's where we find Fox's Chelsea Torres live in Charlotte. Good morning. How's the energy there?
Hi there. Good morning, Bob, Jen. Yeah, I mean, the energy here has been pretty intense, and a lot of people here are very excited for this game. You saw that yesterday on Sunday's game, which really was all about lessons learned for the world's biggest tournament. And mind you, U.S. men's coach Mauricio Pochettino said that the U.S. men's team did give Senegal way too many opportunities, but he felt overall his team was pretty positive, and he feels that they have good competition heading into the World Cup.
Because I think in the way that we concede the goals, I think we need to improve and not to allow to the opponent to create the chances that we concede. But I think overall, I think it was a positive day.
Now, Pochettino says the U.S. men's team showed commitment and talent on the field and says this is what they've been working on since day one. The U.S. went ahead early in a back-and-forth match. Midway through the second half, U.S. scored a decisive third goal, lifting the men's team to their first win since November. Now, Pochettino also says it was really the crowd itself that brought in all of the excitement and that confidence boost. And I want to talk about that confidence boost a little bit, but also this men's team, because I have Fox News' World Cup expert with me, Jonathan Hunt here.
One way of describing me.
And Bob, I know you're good friends with Jonathan, but Jonathan, you actually got to get out there on the pitch with these guys, kind of do a little shoot around. What was that like?
Yeah, I've been training with them all week down at the new beautiful National Training Center down in Fayetteville, Georgia. I tell you, they're looking good, and I say that as the former captain of Western-Supermare under-18, so I know what I'm talking about, but they looked really good. I played with Alex Freeman, the youngest guy on the squad, played with Tim Ream, who shortly after training with me was named captain. Coincidence? I don't think so. But I think they're looking really good. Yesterday, really powerful up front. Pulisic was great. Balogun was great. That's really important for the World Cup. I think if Pochettino's got anything to work on, he's going to look at the defense. Little problem with speed, little problem with organization. Organization you can fix in coaching. Speed, that's a different question. But they do have Chris Richards, great player currently with Crystal Palace, joined the squad late because he had a game in England. He's there now. He might be able to fix the speed issue too. So I think they're going to do well.
Bob, I can't top that. Jonathan said everything we needed to say.
Is he trying to take like Alexi Lawless's job as like some analyst here? It looks like I had no idea.
You know, if Fox Sports wants to come call him Bobby, I'm available. I'm also available if Pochettino wants me on the team.
There you go. I had no idea that you were a soccer player, that you grew up playing soccer. What is this team that you played for? Say it again.
Western-Supermare under-18s down in the West Country of England. We were a fine team, Bob De Castro. Don't you go knocking Western-Supermare. We won the championship under my leadership, sir.
So then our final...
What are you going to say to that?
So we do want to ask you then, is it going to be Team USA or England? What's going on here?
Oh, for me, Team USA. I am a U.S. citizen. I am LFG along with Tom Brady for Team USA. They're going to win this. England is a good team. They've got 11 great players, some of the best in the world. They do not know how to play as a team. They don't have the mental toughness. This USA team can do it. They'll get out of the group stage fairly easily. Then they'll go on to the knockout stages. If they get to the quarterfinals, which I think they will, they could face Spain there, one of the absolute best teams in the world. If they win that, forget about the miracle on ice, Bobby. We're going to the miracle on grass.
Wow.
We need to have him on
And I'm
board
not on grass
for the
right
World
now.
Cup. I love that. That's Fox News
Seriously.
chief correspondent with us, Jonathan Hunt. Great to see you, along with Chelsea Torres. Yeah, World Cup just 10 days away. We're excited.
guys.
Great to see you both.
Thank you.
I want to see his soccer skills. I want to see.
saw-
Well, he was
I saw
training with the
some.
team, wasn't he? I saw a video of that. Bob showed me.
I still question his skills.
Yeah, he should come in and show us. Good Daily Traffic, sponsored by the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie, and call jacob.com. We do have this issue right now brewing in the Commerce area, southbound side of the 710 at the 5, overturned SUV following a collision there. Just a heads up, if that's part of your route, then you can see the traffic. It continues to build. A look at real-time traffic. We've got 43 minutes your ride downtown LA into Santa Monica, and 23 minutes. It's going to take you northbound 110 from the 405. Here's a look at the slow and go typical on that 405 south of Ventura Boulevard. Here's a look at some other traffic hotspots.
So I do hot yoga every day. After the accident, my lower back was so stiff I couldn't move, and I called Jacob. They treated me like a king. I did not have to deal with anything. If you're in an accident, call Jacob. Call Jacob.
And this weather is sponsored by the law offices of Larry H. Parker. A look outside. This is one of our cameras up on our rooftop. Definitely seeing that June gloom. We welcome the new month with, well, that May gray just transitioning nicely to some June gloom weather. Morning clouds, maybe even some patchy fog giving way to some sunshine this afternoon. Some breezes, sure, over the mountains and deserts. Otherwise, we continue with our temperatures staying on the warmer side, or at least slightly above the average. Maybe you're doing some pickleball today. Lucky you if you got the day off. Encino's got a temperature near 60 degrees, midday around 74, warming up to the upper 70s later this afternoon. If you're headed to the beach, temperatures on the sand in the mid to upper 60s. We do have surf heights coming in at 3 to 5 feet. Ventura County, a little bit more consistent and a little bit bigger, 3 to 6 feet. LA County beaches, and then Orange County, San Diego, around 2 to 4 feet. Here's our 7-day forecast. Downtown LA 79 today, which is nice, actually. Very similar to yesterday. We bring in a slightly deeper marine layer tomorrow, then we'll be right back up again to the upper 70s. And then the weekend, we do cool down just a little bit with a varying marine layer depth, really. Very subtle changes as we look ahead. 86 for the valleys in the IE, near 90 by Wednesday, upper 80s through the upcoming weekend. 72 in the mountains like Big Bear, 79 on Wednesday, back down to 72 by Sunday. The high desert, 91 degrees to 96 on Wednesday. The weekend looks nice with those mid to upper 80s. And then, of course, warmer in the Coachella Valley. Low desert, 100 today. We stay with those triple digits all the way to the upcoming weekend, or at least the first part into Saturday. Back to you.
Eating in a car.
Hold on one second, Terry. Having a nice conversation here with Terry. For over 130 years, the Tournament of Roses has been a Southern California tradition. This year, the organization making history with its first openly gay president.
The theme for the 2027 Rose Parade is all about making everybody feel welcome. And here now to tell us all about it is Terry Madigan. Terry, thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
This is incredible. First of all, I have to remark on your voice, no microphone needed. I mean,
I'm a little loud.
The way you can project, no, that's great. I love it.
Yeah, so happy Pride, first of all.
Thank you, happy Pride.
June 1st.
And thanks for being with us. So this has got to sort of come full circle for you, right? I mean, you were telling us that you grew up in the San Gabriel Valley, so you have been all about the Tournament of Roses Parade since the very beginning.
Absolutely. Being in the tournament has been a lifelong passion and tradition. I've been involved for almost 50 years.
Wow.
Yeah. In what way? You said you started.
I started in high school. We have 6 community-built floats, one of which is from my hometown, South Pasadena. Started working there in high school, drove the float when I was 15, and have been involved with the Tournament of Roses Association now for 34 years.
Wow, and your husband Kevin is along for the adventure now, too?
Every step of the ride. We're about to have our 32nd anniversary, so our histories line up pretty closely with the Rose Parade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and you were saying that here on this Pride Month, Pasadena did something special, right? You had an event here, and then you're planning on sort of taking part in some of the Pride festivities throughout Southern California.
We are. Friday night, the Tournament of Roses, for the 4th time, hosted a reception to kick off Pride in the San Gabriel Valley, the San Gabriel Valley Pride Tour. And then Kevin and I will be in both the West Hollywood and the Los Angeles Pride Parades over the next couple of weekends.
That's fantastic. So the theme of this year's parade is welcome. Why is that especially resonating with you?
For a couple of reasons. From an association perspective, what we've done for 137 years is welcome the world to Pasadena, the 700,000 people to come out for the parade and another 100,000 for the game. So it fit from that perspective. Personally, it's just an important message for me that it's about belonging. It's about really the transformational power of belonging. Everyone needs a place that they can call their own. And for many of us, it's the Rose Parade and the Rose Bowl game.
So is anything, now that you're taking on this role, and you've been in it for a long time, but now that you're overseeing everything, is there anything that surprised you that you didn't know before, or were you all knowing coming into this role? Or what are the biggest sort of challenges and things that you're seeing?
Well, the biggest surprise this year is Kevin and I will have a chance to visit all 22 bands in the parade.
Wow.
Over 5,000 students.
Wait, you're going to go? Oh, you mean at the parade?
No,
when they're here?
we will be on the road most of the next 7 months. We just got back from Japan.
Oh my gosh.
Just returned a week ago from Philadelphia visiting the Pride Bands Alliance. I'll talk a little bit about them. But meeting these students and these performers has been amazing. They're really a different breed of people and tremendous human beings.
What has struck you most about that?
Their dedication, their The amount of time it takes to be a band member is tremendous, but what I've appreciated the most is their sense of community, that they often put themselves and their priorities second to the band and making sure the band is successful. And so it's just been a tremendous experience.
And why is it important for the organization to send you out to actually visit with these bands and these young people and their directors and to actually see what they're doing before they get here and get onto the national stage?
For two reasons. Time and treasure. It's a lot of time to get ready for the Rose Parade, 5.5 mile long parade. So physically and musicality, it takes a lot of time to get ready. But most importantly, it's not an inexpensive venture to move a band to the parade. One band that we went to visit from Jacksonville State University is going to spend more than $2 million to move that band to Pasadena.
What?
400 people.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a very expensive endeavor to fly, especially in these days, to fly a band across the country.
Wow.
And put them up for a week.
So Pride Month is really all about visibility. What do you want people who are watching right now to understand and to connect with about your story?
Well, you know, and you hit it. It's really about visibility. There's that old saying that if you can't see it, you can't be it. And I really want people to understand that the Tournament of Roses, that for 3 decades has worked very hard to look like the community and be part of the community. This is just yet another step in that process for the tournament. And I could not be more proud of the association, who we are, and what we have worked so hard to be.
So while we have you, why don't you tell us a little bit more about what we can expect for the 2027 parade? I was like, I was thinking about it. It was like 2027 parade, because a lot of people don't know that really the planning and all the work goes into this. The day after the parade ends, right? You're already like full speed ahead.
We move on to the next one. I have for 5 years been working to try to build a composite pride band for the parade. I thought from a visibility perspective that was important. And I've been working with an organization, the Pride Bands Alliance, just met with them last week. They're assembling more than 300 musicians from across the country, 20 states, to march in the parade. And when they come around that corner, they will be the largest pride band ever assembled in the world.
Wow, that's a feat in and of itself.
It's a feat in and of itself, and I could not be more proud of that.
How else do you plan to bring pride to the Rose Parade this year?
You know, I think just it will be a traditional Tournament of Roses parade. We have 137 years of tradition. I'm not going to play with, but just the fact that Kevin and I will be in the car coming down the street is an important message about inclusion and who we are as an organization.
And tell us more about the theme. How does someone come up with the theme, or was it just something, the genesis that came from you? You're like, okay, you're welcoming your, you know, this new era, so to speak, of the Rose Parade and obviously you're welcoming people to Southern California as well.
And that's really what it's about. The president gets to make 2 unilateral decisions:
the
theme
I didn't know that.
and the Grand Marshal. Other than that, everything is handled by committees. So when Kevin and I first sat down and started talking about the theme, the idea of welcoming, that sense of belonging that we all need was really what drove this. So you touched on it, Bob. Part of it's welcoming people to Pasadena, and part of it is making sure that people feel welcome and that they feel like the tournament and every place in their life can be a second home for them.
And the visual, we want to see the sign for this too.
We could not be more happy with the theme poster for this year.
So great, and it's also welcoming the new year.
Yeah, absolutely. And it has
an amazing event.
Yeah, a little bit of a return to historic Pasadena, while also acknowledging where we are today with the photos in the middle of the Rose Parade, the Rose Bowl game. And at the center of it all are our volunteers. We could not do this without our 935 members.
Incredible team, for sure.
I couldn't help but notice you have the new pin, too. Those become very popular there.
They become very popular.
Yes.
I have a couple for you,
look
too.
at that.
I travel everywhere with a little bit of swag.
People are going to be very jealous.
Yes.
Terry Madigan with the Tournament of Roses.
You are more than welcome.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
If you want tickets to the Rose Parade and other tournaments, events like Band Fest, Equest Fest, Float Fest, they're on sale now at tournamentofroses.com. And of course, you can catch the 2027 Rose Parade live right here on Fox 11 on New Year's Day.
Good morning, and we begin with some breaking news.
That's right. This is a live look at the Hall of Justice, where Nathan Hochman is talking about World Cup security. Let's listen in.
Different groups so that they understand how we're going to make sure that security is an absolute given during the 39 days that this World Cup experience will be here in Los Angeles. Because we do have the opportunity to have the first USA team game here in Los Angeles. We're going to have the quarterfinals here in Los Angeles. All this will be 8 different times at SoFi stadiums. We're going to have World Cup games. So we want to send a message out to these 3 different groups. First, to visitors, welcome. Welcome to Los Angeles. You are going to have one amazing experience. To our residents, we got your back. We're going to make sure that we keep the streets and the venues of Los Angeles safe for you. And to the would-be, and I'll call them the would-be criminals, the people who think that they can take advantage of an experience that everyone in Los Angeles is going to be enjoying for their own criminal purposes. Let me tell you the message I'll send from the DA's office, and then you're going to hear from the people behind me what you can expect, what you can be expected to go through if you engage in counterfeit merchandise, if you engage in hate crimes, if you engage in violent crimes, if you engage in any type of alcohol or drug-related offenses. What we are actually going to pull out is our red card. Our red card will say, bad choices will land you a red card. And when you get a red card, whether it's on the soccer field or outside here in society, that's going to take you out of the game. In this situation, if you engage in counterfeit goods, hate crimes, violent crimes, DUI offenses, this red card will actually land you in jail. You're not just going to be sitting on the bench watching the games. You'll be watching the games from a jail facility. So don't do it. And that is the message that we're going to send, because we can have an amazing World Cup games. There will be tons of goals scored in these games. I've been assured of this. But we only have one goal here in law enforcement, and that is to keep everyone safe. So I'm going to introduce now the people who are behind me. We have the FIFA West Coast Regional Safety and Security Director, David Burris. The Los Angeles County Sheriff, Robert Luna.
All right, there you have it. The District Attorney Nathan Hochman there speaking about FIFA World Cup security and the plans in place, sending a strong message that we welcome everyone. We want everyone to have a great time, but rules must be followed. So
criminals will get a red card if they do anything.
Quite literally,
right.
Yes. All right, so we can keep an eye on that press conference happening and bring you any other important information as it becomes available. In the meantime, we're going to move on to this. LA County officials investigating possible election interference after someone set fire to ballots at a drop-off box in downtown LA.
A vote center was also vandalized in Long Beach, and Mario Ramirez is live with all the details on what's happening. Mario.
Sandra Roxia, those 2 separate incidents this morning being investigated as possible election interference. One of them happening here downtown over the weekend. Take a look. You can see this official ballot drop-off box. It shows no obvious signs of damage this morning, but investigators are looking into how ballots inside ended up burned just before Election Day. Take a look. County election officials say vote-by-mail ballots appeared to have been damaged by fire inside this official drop box at the Department of Public Social Services. This is downtown along 4th Place. It happened between a routine ballot pickup and Sunday morning's collection, impacting voter ballots that were dropped off in a span of just under 24 hours. Separately, election workers reported vandalism Sunday morning at a vote center inside Cesar Chavez Park in Long Beach. They didn't specify exactly what that vandalism was, but said voting operations weren't disrupted. Early voters were still able to cast their ballots. County officials are reminding the public interfering with voting operations, damaging election materials, or vandalizing facilities is a felony, and residents this morning thinking twice about leaving their ballot here at this drop-box location after what happened over the weekend.
I just want my ballots to be safe, so like if there's like another location that's like safer, I'll probably just like go to one that's like also recommended. It's unfortunate news, but you know, it's not going to stop me from like voting or anything.
I just saw the news this morning and I thought, wow, I'm not surprised. This is LA, you know, there's a lot of manipulation and fraud happening over here, but for it to happen right next to where I live, I was pretty surprised about that.
Registrar Recorder and County Clerk Dean Logan says they're reviewing both incidents, working with law enforcement to protect the integrity of the voting process. In a statement to Fox 11, it reads in part, any attempt to interfere with voting or election operations is taken seriously. We'll continue working closely with law enforcement and other partners to safeguard the voting process and ensure voters can participate with confidence. And back out here live, LA County officials want voters to know they can still return their ballots at more than 400 drop box locations like this one. You can find that information on lavote.gov. Of course, you can cast your ballot in person. Now, the registrar's office says that they are working with the LAPD, but as of this morning, no word on if anyone's been identified as a suspect. For now, live downtown, I'm Mario Ramirez. Back to you, Sandra and Roxia.
All right, Mario, thank you.
All right, let's talk about a little traffic now. This traffic is brought to you by DTLA Law Group Accident and Injury Attorneys. As we zoom into one of our live traffic cameras, checking in on the southbound 5 freeway here on the upper part of your monitor, moving a little bit slower than the northbound side, but it is moving. That's the good news. This is southbound 5 at Meadowdale. And as we look at our drive times in and out of downtown LA, coming out towards the Santa Monica area on that West 10 between the 5 to the 405. About 30 minutes, very typical of this time. Northbound 110 between the 405 to the 10, 24 minutes. And on that West 60 between the 57 to the 5, 30 minutes there. Here's a look at some of the other traffic hotspots.
This broadcast is locally sponsored by DTLA Law Group, Auto Accident and Injury Attorneys. Have an injury? Text Injury Help to 40222 or visit us online at calldowntown.com. Message and data rates and usage may apply.
pretty.
Santa Monica.
Hey, beautiful. The ocean matches you.
Yes, I'm feeling very ocean-eyed, Billie Eilish today.
Great weather this weekend. Great weather today.
Great weather this weekend. Great movies this weekend. A lot of people went to go see Backrooms and Obsession and Mandalorian and Grogu. Let's jump into some entertainment, shall we?
Let's do it.
Sponsored by Yamaba Resort and Casino. Last night I stayed up late.
Okay, what's late?
Past 10.
Yeah, that's late.
It's late because I had to watch the Euphoria finale.
Oh.
So it was the end of a not so euphoric era. HBO did make it official with a promo while streaming last night's series finale.
There must be an end.
Okay, there you have it in writing. Did you catch what it said there? Series finale. So in case you had or held on to any hope of Euphoria continuing, unfortunately it won't. That was the series finale that aired last night. I will not spoil it like I will say certain people did online last night. Now here's the thing. I understand that you have to have relevant headlines with the biggest things going on in pop culture. However, you do not have to reveal a major plot point in the headline. I think there's a way to go about it.
There should be a disclaimer too, like a warning.
If you're showing a picture of a character and putting something that happened in the show, I'm assuming it's going to be about that character.
That's a good assumption.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what they did. And I'm not going to repeat it because I'm not going to spoil it for people because I think you should.
You're classy.
Thank you.
And did it leave you wanting more?
Give it a couple days.
Is it sad this series is over?
I'm sad this series is over, but true Euphoria fans, including Kelly in our newsroom, will agree with you that season 3 was just, it felt like an entirely different show than the Euphoria of yesteryear. And 7 years ago. Yeah.
Okay.
7 years ago, you know, speaking of Euphoria, I started watching Euphoria while I was going through chemotherapy. It was my chemo show. So yeah, the show has been on, you know, and part of the pop culture zeitgeist for so long. But today is June 1st, and it's officially National Cancer Survivor Month. So as a cancer survivor myself, I want to take a moment to recognize, celebrate, and give hope to those who had a fight, are going through a fight, or taking care of someone that went through it. We here on Good Day LA want to recognize our viewers. So if you're a survivor, you know a survivor, or you want to recognize a caretaker, please email a picture to me and include your name or their name. Because each day in our 11 a.m. hour this month, we want to shout out a viewer and recognize your strength. So my email is amanda.salas@fox.com. Make sure you put cancer survivor somewhere in the subject of the email and send me a photo and a brief description on either your journey, someone you love or know's journey, or the caretaker. I want to include the caretakers for National Cancer Survivor Month because so many survivors will tell you that they couldn't be where they are now without their caretaker.
There should be like a caretaker month.
I know. Is there one?
I don't know. I'll look it up.
We'll have to look
There's
it
a
up.
month for everything. You would
there's
think
a day for everything.
Right, day for everything.
Something of value like
right.
this. Yeah.
Well, we're going to combine Cancer Survivor Month with our caretakers as well. The poll's popping off today. People love to tell you what generation they are in our generation roll call. Who's watching us this morning? The winner is Gen X with 41%. In second place, we've got the millennials. And taking it to third, we've got the boomers.
Nice combo there.
Yeah, go to foxla.com/vote to let us know. We've got Esme, who says, I've been watching Fox GDLA since I was 16. How old are you now?
Yeah, exactly.
Starts my day off right.
17.
What are you saying? Right. How old are you now? We want to know what generation you are, too. Joanna in Yuma says, I'm a millennial born in Richmond, California. Just recently moved to Arizona, and I still watch it till this day. Been watching you since junior high school. Thank you, Joanna. So nice. Justin in Apple Valley. I am the only Gen Z in my family that likes watching the news. Wow. Justin, you're in the know. And Maria in Long Beach says, Gen X, baby, surviving drinking hose water, street light curfews, and being a latchkey kid.
I love it. That's very funny.
I super love. Oh, we got Brady and like Elsinore. Been watching Fox 11 for over 30 years.
I love all the comments. That's
love it too. But maybe you're 32. Maybe you've been watching it since you were 2 years old.
I like that.
Yeah, let us know what generation you are and how long you've been watching. This is really fun. foxla.com/vote.
All right, Amanda, thank you.
Thank you.
So let's go back to this. This is a live look at the Hall of Justice in downtown LA. We're talking about this. We're 10 days out from the World Cup starting. So they're talking about safety preps right there. Let's listen in.
Just as World Cup is not confined to a single city, neither is the responsibility of protecting those who come to celebrate it. It is a team effort. Different agencies wear different uniforms, but we're united by the same mission: keeping people safe and making the World Cup memorable for everyone. On June 12th, the United States and Paraguay will take the field for the opening match in Los Angeles. For the 4 weeks that follow, our city and region will serve as a global stage. Countless fans, families, and dignitaries travel through our airports, stay in our hotels, and gather in our neighborhoods and celebrate across our beautiful city. They'll see what can be accomplished when public servants come together in pursuit of a common purpose. We've spent months or years actually coordinating our efforts. When fans fill the streets and venues of Los Angeles, LAPD officers will be there. From the FIFA Fan Festival to watch parties across the city, bus and metro stations and our entertainment districts will ensure that every visitor and every resident enjoy a safe and memorable experience. As a fellow Angelino, I want you all to join me in celebrating the most popular sport on earth. These are some of the greatest athletes in the world. Enjoy a match in person, on TV, and with friends or family. But as chief of the LAPD, let me be clear. Anyone who seeks to turn the celebration into chaos, who threatens the safety of our residents or visitors, or who comes here intending to commit crimes, you will find no refuge in this city. You will be stopped, arrested, and held accountable. Those who come to celebrate will be welcomed. Those who come to commit crimes will be arrested. And when you're celebrating, please do so responsibly. If you plan to drink, use rideshare, taxis, or public transportation. Please get home safely. The LAPD is proud to represent our city. When you see an officer, feel free to stop by and say hi. Ask a question, ask for directions, or ask for a photograph. Those human connections really matter for all of us. When you look across the stage, you see many badges. They're not here to take credit. They're here to demonstrate that public safety is strongest when agencies stand together, working toward a united goal, delivering a safe and memorable World Cup experience. I want to express my gratitude to the men and women across the agencies represented here today. They've spent countless hours preparing for this event. Thank you in advance for your hard work in protecting each and every venue over the next month. But I also appreciate all of you, our media partners, for being here today to be able to help share this important message with everyone. And to the public, I ask for your partnership. If you see something suspicious, please report it. The information you provide may save lives, and it certainly will make a difference. In closing, Los Angeles is ready. The LAPD is ready. All of our partners here are ready. And together, we will ensure that the FIFA World Cup 2026 is safe and worthy of the world stage. Thank you all very much.
All right, there was LAPD Chief Jim McDonnell talking about preps for the World Cup, which is taking place in just 10 days from now. So security will be tight. Everyone should be celebrating peacefully, safely, and make sure everyone just respects each other. Get home safe, too. Use rideshare.
And if not, there'll be consequences. The big takeaway message there. All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
And welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quilban. Good Day LA weather is sponsored by Pechanga Resort Casino. We've got a little bit of this cloud cover outside, a little bit of this June gloom. We do welcome a new month. Today, it being June 1st and just on time, we transitioned nicely from May gray to June gloom, and the clouds still out towards the inland areas. However, it is starting to retreat, which is good, and we're seeing some sunshine. Thought I'd give you the stats on the month of June. Typically, we get a high of around 78 degrees, overnight low around 60. We get a lot of sunshine in the afternoon and not much rain. A little less than 1/10 of an inch, making June the 3rd driest month of the year. Here are the temperatures currently. 67 in Big Bear, 66 in Ontario, 64 in Pasadena, 61 Santa Clarita, 64 in Santa Monica, 86 in Palm Springs. Of course, warmer the farther inland you go, and it is going to get quite hot there in the low desert. 100 in Palm Springs later this afternoon, 91 high desert areas, 72 up into the mountains, some breezes over the mountains and deserts, but no weather alerts or advisories are in effect. 79 for downtown LA. That's just shy of 80. That was what we reached yesterday. Upper 80s for the valleys and the Inland Empire. Back to you.
Maria, thank you. A classic beanbag game from the 90s making a major comeback with Gen Alpha. Popping up in high schools all around the country, parents are saying they're shocked to see their kids trading screen time for circles of hacky sacks in sports fields or in the hallways. I think it's great.
Yeah, it's great.
Today's version, though, there's a twist. Teens are using tricks involving their heads, backs, and shoulders while trying to go viral, of course, on social media leaderboards. Now, Gen X and millennial parents are feeling a little nostalgic, realizing that today's teens might actually be better at the game than they ever were. Interesting, we did the story just a couple days ago. My 4th grader said, "Hey, have you heard of hacky sacks?"
She wants one, huh?
Yeah, she wants one. So, well, according to her, it's going to be the next big thing that everyone wants, right? Like you've got the squishies and the Neato right now.
That's right.
That's going to
Now
move on, and it's going to be all about the hacky sack.
My kids have been playing with hacky sacks for a long time, but I thought it's because they're into soccer. So it's kind of similar to just keeping a ball up in the air with their feet. So yeah, it's a thing.
Anything that's not the screen is great.
That's right. Anything
Support
that
it.
keeps them busy. Yeah, I like it. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
welcome to your, oh, wow. Very creative there. Whoa. Wow.
Back there, Mark. Is that Mark?
It's Mark. He just got back from a break, so he's feeling energized, I guess.
Overachieving for a Monday.
Wow. Got his caffeine fix. Wow. Okay. Got a Keurig with your name on it, Mark. Back room.
Jacob, yeah.
Hey, the weekend was so nice.
It was.
So incredible.
I am with you. I was just filled with gratitude because I didn't have to drive somewhere to go to a basketball gym. Yeah, well, actually, I'll take that back. I didn't have to go to a tournament.
Okay.
There was practice, but there was, no tournament.
What'd you do with all your free time?
Exactly.
You watched movies, right?
I watched the movies. I actually got my ballot done, dropped it off the mailbox.
Nice.
To walk.
Nice to-do list.
Yeah.
And you saw the long walk.
I did.
Lionsgate, the long walk.
It was long. It was a lot of walking and talking, that movie. And a lot of heads getting blown off, too.
They invited me to watch it while on a treadmill. So you had to watch the movie while you were on a treadmill. I respectfully declined.
Okay, yeah, I can see why, Amanda, but thank you for the recommendation.
You're welcome.
I did have some time. Listen, we are welcoming a new month today. Hello, June. The June gloom is with us, but it is slowly dissipating, especially along the coast, and we will see some sunshine there eventually. But high temperatures will be near or even slightly above the average, and then very subtle changes this week into the upcoming weekend, perhaps slightly cooler, but still dry and still sunny as we get into next Saturday, Sunday plans. High pressure is in control, and it's going to be there, little subtle changes in its position, but generally keeping the storm track away from us, giving us some breezy conditions over the mountains and deserts, but no wind advisories in effect, or in fact, no weather alerts in place, and it should stay rain-free through the weekend, as I mentioned. Today, 79 degrees. That's a degree down from yesterday, but still above that average of 75. Sunset time, 7:59 later this evening. A quick look at our temperature trend here, and this is what I'm talking about. Really subtle changes through the end of the week, and then we drop slightly as we get to the upcoming weekend, cooling down to near 80 in Woodland Hills. Ontario, similarly 85 today, 87 for Wednesday, Thursday, back down to the upper 70s by this coming Sunday. I'll send it back to you guys.
Breaking news right now. Thank you, Maria. If you're in the Lancaster or Palmdale area, we want you to be on the lookout for a red Jeep Grand Cherokee with an Oregon license plate. Police are looking for 5-year-old Amaya Madoff.
Police say this man, Christopher Madoff, abducted her overnight, and they have reason to believe that he's headed south towards Quartz Hill. We don't know much more right now, but again, we're looking for a 2020 red Jeep Grand Cherokee with Oregon license plate. Look at this number here, 576QNU.
All right, LA County officials investigating possible election interference after someone set a fire to ballots at a drop-off box in downtown LA.
A vote center was also vandalized in Long Beach, and Mario Ramirez is live with all the details. Mario.
Yeah, that's right. Those two separate incidents being investigated as possible election interference. And we heard from a few voters this morning deciding to find another location after hearing about what happened this weekend at this drop box location downtown. From the outside, it appears untouched, but county election officials say vote-by-mail ballots inside were found burned during a routine collection. So take a look. This incident reported Sunday morning. It involved a number of vote-by-mail ballots that appeared to be damaged by fire inside this drop box at the Department of Public Social Services. This is downtown on the 800 block of 4th Place. Officials say the damage happened between a scheduled ballot pickup and the next morning's collection, impacting ballots dropped off in a span of just under 24 hours. And a separate incident of vandalism also reported Sunday morning at a vote center in Cesar Chavez Park in Long Beach. Officials didn't specify what that vandalism was, but said election workers responded quickly and early voting operations continued without disruptions. The county registrar's office now reviewing both incidents, working to identify any voters who may have been impacted. Now, ballot box vandalism, it is uncommon, but it has happened before. Similar incidents have been reported across California and other states in recent election cycles, including a series of ballot box arson attacks in Oregon and Washington during the 2024 election. The FBI investigated those cases. No arrests publicly announced. Now, we have a statement that was sent to Fox 11. Registrar Recorder and County Clerk Dean Logan says any attempt to interfere with voting or election operations is taken seriously. We'll continue working closely with law enforcement and other partners to safeguard safeguard the voting process and ensure voters can participate with confidence. Now, back out here live, officials didn't specify how many mail-in ballots were burned here, but said anyone impacted would be contacted directly. Now, these ballot boxes are available for drop-off through 8 o'clock tomorrow night. That's when polling places officially close. For now, that's the latest here in downtown LA. I'm Mario Ramirez. We'll send it back to you.
Thank you so much, Mario. Appreciate you being there. All right, speaking of voting and elections, the 3 top candidates for LA mayor spent the weekend making their final push to voters ahead of tomorrow's primary.
Brooke joining us now with the very latest. Hi there.
Hello. Good morning. Yeah, let's talk about it. Just hours before Election Day, and there's no clear standout in the mayor's race. Not surprising, right? The latest UC Berkeley and LA Times poll shows this. Mayor Bass sitting up top at 26%, but right behind her is Councilwoman Nithya Raman at 25%, trailing the two of them, Spencer Pratt, not far behind at 22%.
I don't know about choosing somebody that's been there 6 years. And by the way, talks about major reductions in homelessness in her district. How do you think that happened? Who do you think reduced those encampments? I think he has rhetoric that he says, like, you know, everybody's a zombie and we're just going to sweep everybody up. I don't think he knows that the fastest growing sector of the unhoused population are elderly women in their late 60s and 70s who are not drug addict zombies. They were people who felt...
I've always run unusual campaigns, unexpected campaigns from my very first campaign for city council in 2020, and so I'm used to being underestimated. But I know that the message that we're running on, a city that is affordable for people, a city that's joyful, a city that really works for every Angelino who lives in it, and one that's a place of real hope for the future, that positive message resonates with people.
Everyone just needs to get their friends, family, and even strangers inspired for change. We know what my opponents will do. We've lived it almost 10 years of these two combined. When you vote for me, it's going to just be a mandate and change. Enough is enough.
Yeah, all 3 candidates will be out again today, meeting with voters and in this final push to not only get people to vote for them, but get people to go out to the polls in general. You are going to hear each candidate talk a lot about each other.
Yeah, so we know the mayor's race is neck and neck. What do the numbers tell us about the governor's race?
We've got a latest poll there. I'll show you the numbers so far. Democrat Javier Becerra, no surprise, still leading with 28%. This is what we've been seeing all along. Tom Steyer close behind, though, at 22%. Republican Steve Hilton is at 21%. Some drops here, though. Chad Bianco is sitting at 12%. This latest poll, by the way, is in Emerson College polling along with Inside California Politics poll. And rounding out the top 5 there, Katie Porter, a big drop now at 5%. 74% of voters surveyed say they will support the candidate, they went in going for, while 26% said there is still a chance they could change their mind come Election Day. Of course, you are always, again, kind of fighting back and forth with, I call it the other swing voter. That's people who stay home or not. You know what I mean?
It's all about turnout and who decides to cast their ballot, right?
Hello.
Yeah, and you're talking about all these polls and the numbers. We keep close track of that, but how much does that actually influence how people vote?
No, true. I was even thinking about this for myself, right? Like, am I swayed by the polls? And I think it gets me out quicker. Depending on what I see, but it doesn't necessarily change my mind. But it's interesting because we have learned over the years that the polls may not at all predict what the final outcome is going to be, right? But do they sway voters? Do they have an impact on who people vote for? So we decided to check in with the California Bureau Chief at Politico. Here's what she had to say.
Polls are incredibly helpful. They're very useful for us political reporters to get a snapshot of what's going on in the race, but that's exactly what they are. They're a snapshot. And I think that this race in particular has been incredibly fluid. And I think it should be pretty humbling for all of us in the, political journalism world to know that we can't necessarily extrapolate from one poll what is going to turn out. So I think that we have the contours of the race in the sense from the polls. We know that there are really 3 candidates that are jostling for these top 2 spots, Republican Steve Hilton, and then Democrats Tom Steyer and Javier Becerra. But what order those 3 turn up in, I think we still don't really know. And of course, my question is for the other candidates, how many votes did they end up drawing and maybe affecting the outcome of that top 2?
So interesting, as she said, it's a snapshot. It's also just a reminder that there's an election going on, right? Constant polling. Right. So, we'll see.
I mean, candidates, hopefully, you know, they want to lean in on the momentum, right? If they're trailing and they're closing the gap, and obviously they're going to use that in their final days to campaign, but the only voting that matters, the poll that matters the most, is what happens on Election Day.
100%. Any guesses on overall how many ballots have been turned in statewide? The percentage?
Oh, gosh.
It's low. I'll give you that.
Okay, 25.
15%.
Oh my
statewide.
gosh! Wow.
So, and here's the thing: this turnout so far, it is low, especially compared to general elections. We have seen something like this before, but so that's statewide. I also looked at the latest numbers. By the way, these are from voter data firm Political Data Inc. So statewide, 15.10% of all ballots have been returned as of Sunday. As far as the city of Los Angeles, 10% of ballots have been returned. And something I thought was interesting, you know, this firm kind of breaks things down by age, breaks things down by race, breaks things down by political party. Republicans are returning their ballots at a faster rate. And so I looked at Cal Matters article, right? They actually talked to someone from the firm there, from PDI, and it's interesting. They were thinking that this has a lot to do with the statewide, with the governor's race. Essentially because Republicans have less candidates to choose from. They're thinking it's possible that just maybe it's an easier decision, and maybe Democrats are learning more, thinking more, because there are a lot of people in the race to choose. I know it's interesting, right? So we'll see. A reminder for you, though, continuing coverage for you of the June primary. We'll have that today, tomorrow, all week long, truly. Download the Fox Local app. That's where you will find live streaming, election results, reaction, and so much more.
All right.
This was fun, ladies.
Thank you.
As fun as politics can be.
Right. That's right.
All right, so much going on. More fun here on the pitch, this time with the World Cup just 10 days away. Team USA played a friendly against Senegal in Charlotte, North Carolina, and it was a good day for Christian Pulisic. He had a goal and an assist to lead the U.S. to a 3-2 win. USA's last warm-up match will be against Germany this Saturday in Chicago.
Don't forget, Fox 11 is your home for the World Cup. The tournament begins June 11th with Mexico against South Africa. Team USA will play the following day.
And new this morning, tennis legend Serena Williams is making a surprise return to professional tennis nearly 4 years after stepping away from the sport. The 44-year-old has accepted a wild card invitation to play doubles at next week's HSBC Championships in London. Williams, a 23-time Grand Slam singles champion, called this event the perfect place to begin her next chapter. So her comeback is already sparking speculation about a possible return to Wimbledon later this month.
Love a good comeback. All right. Hey, pickleball continues to be America's fastest growing sport.
And it's turning out to be much more than just a passing trend. Ted Lindner explains why.
Well, the CDC says regular physical activity is critical for improving mood, sleep, and preventing chronic diseases. There can be a lot of factors keeping folks from staying mobile. But recreation experts say America's fastest growing sport is helping to chip away at many of those limitations.
So pickleball has been the fastest growing sport in the United States, in the world, actually, for the last 5 years running. It's grown over 300% in participation, and there's been 70,000 new courts added across the U.S. Alone just to create more spaces.
Dr. Ashlyn Hardy of Clemson University says pickleball's low cost of entry helps make it so accessible.
So really, like, most people are operating with a pair of sneakers regularly. And then you, like I said, you can buy a $10 paddle or a $20 paddle set with a couple of balls and a couple of paddles.
Dr. Hardy also says pickleball can appeal to people across different generations, citing how the rules are pretty easy to grasp and how the courts are smaller than other sports.
So it also has a lower physical demand than other sports like maybe tennis, basketball, soccer, right? There's lower risk of injury. Even for someone like myself in my 30s, I'm playing less and less contact sports because I don't want to be on crutches at work because I got hurt in adult league soccer. You know, like pickleball is an easy alternative.
And while it's natural for there to be a competitive nature surrounding sports,
what I think is cool about pickleball is because it has these community roots. Specifically, like I said, it really took off during the later stages of COVID, post-COVID. It was something that was intended to bring people together.
Ted Lindner, Fox News.
Pickleball and hacky sack. Fun sports.
Hacky sack I've done, pickleball I still haven't done.
It's super fun.
We'll be right back. All right, want to show you this. A meteor crashing to Earth, causing a bit of a scare in New England. You heard that, right? Yes, hard to miss it. That was the sound of a meteor entering the Earth's atmosphere, happening on Saturday. The boom shook some buildings there near the Massachusetts and New Hampshire border. NASA says that the meteor was about 3 feet wide, may have landed in Cape Cod Bay.
Wow. Okay, that's a little too close to, right, to the shore, to the coast there.
Yeah.
I think. It makes me think of that movie with, have you seen it? It's on Netflix with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Which one?
It's about the meteor that was going to, it's an end of life kind of.
Oh, wow.
One of those dystopian movies, which is very entertaining, by the way. I forget, is it Look Up in a Way or something?
Don't Look Up.
Is it what? Don't Look Up? Is that what it's called?
Yep, Don't Look Up.
Yes, yes, Don't Look Up. Check it out. It's interesting. In the meantime, let's talk about this. Our weather is interesting in that, well, it's very typical of June. As we welcome a new month today, we have the onshore flow and a bit of this June gloom, which is starting to dissipate, especially inland first, then eventually along the coast. We'll see sunshine, some breezes over the mountains and deserts, and those afternoon temperatures on the nice and warm side. Speaking of pickleball, I think you talked about pickleball earlier. Maybe you're heading out to Encino, to one of the many pickleball courts. Around 60 degrees there right now. We still have a little bit of that cloud cover and that marine layer and that June gloom, but it'll get to around 73 midday, and then by later this afternoon, 75 with really a lot of sunshine. If you're headed to the beach, 3 to 5 foot sets rolling in for Ventura County beaches. Similar for LA County, maybe a little bit bigger, 2 to 4 feet Orange County to San Diego, and those temperatures on the sand, mid to upper 60s. Downtown LA today, 79. We're going to kind of stay in this weather pattern really through the end of the week, and then it cools down a little bit as we get to the weekend, and well, just really subtle changes due to the depth of that marine layer as we get to the weekend. 86 for the valleys and the Inland Empire, maybe getting to around 90 on Wednesday, and then back down to around 81 to 80 for the weekend. The mountains, 72 degrees there in Big Bear, down to around 75 on Saturday. Still pretty nice, actually. And as we get to the high desert areas, 91, a lot of sunshine there, cooling to maybe 85 on Sunday. The Coachella Valley, of course, a lot hotter, 100 there in the low desert. We're going to stay in the triple digits through the first part of the weekend, and then maybe cooling down to 98. Not really cool as we get to Sunday. Back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. The Dodgers put on quite a show for the home fans on Sunday.
High drive, deep right field. Garcia turn and watch it fly halfway up the pavilion. Muncy homers.
That was a big part of the 9-1 win over Philadelphia. Yoshinobu Yamamoto was dominant on the mound, striking out 10 batters in 5 1/3 scoreless innings. And it was a very exciting day for Dodger Ryan Ward, who hit a home run in his major league debut after 7 years in the minors. Here's how he described it.
Kind of a blackout, if I'm going to be honest with you. Hit it and kind of just went numb. You know, kind of watching it go over the fence was really cool. And, I mean, incredible feeling for sure.
Everybody in this locker room is a superstar. A lot of us get overlooked just because we have guys like Shohei and Freddie, and I mean, everybody in this ball club or in this clubhouse can play.
So many great players. Fun to be a part of, and you know, no matter who's called upon, guys are ready. And yeah, I mean, it just speaks to the quality of the organization, the depth, and just how they do things here. It's been fun.
Wow. All right. After the big win, the Dodgers headed to Arizona for a 3-game series against the Diamondbacks. Game 1 is tonight at 6:40.
All right, now to a baseball fan who deserves an award for most valuable multitasking. Take a look.
Look, he hit it like 450 feet.
Tried to there, too. By the way, a baseball not getting to the field. Oh, nice play by a fan there. Rizzo, you've always said they're the best souvenir catching fans in baseball. That person just did it with a kid in his hands.
Wow. Okay, it happened yesterday in St. Louis. The Cardinals fan got a huge ovation for catching a foul ball with one arm, while, as you see, never letting go of his little boy. who was just enjoying his pacifier.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, good thing you didn't get hit.
Yes.
Good catch,
That's where my mind goes
to. No glove or anything. All right, we'll be right back.
Not yet.
Okay. We'll talk about this.
Yeah.
The UCLA Bruins were involved in a very tense game at the Women's College World Series over the weekend. The elimination game against Texas Tech was tied in the 8th inning when this happened.
UCLA is a program measured by national titles, not semifinals, but Jordan Woolery swings tonight will reverberate through eternity if they could pull off this victory. Victoria Valdez just stopped Caitlin Terry. The sprinklers are going off. 8th inning sprinklers. Oh my word. We got to stop play here for a moment in the 8th.
I love that they put umbrella on in the stadium.
The players not happy about that. Whoever set the timer there certainly should, you know, something should happen to that person. The Bruins eventually lost 8-7 in 9 innings, ending their run at a title. On the positive side, though, 3 UCLA seniors, Jordan Woolery, Taylor Tinsley, and Charlize Grant, are all headed to the pros after being drafted into the Athletics Unlimited Softball League.
Marilyn Monroe fans gathered in Palm Springs to set a new world record. 1,037 people dressed as Marilyn Monroe on Saturday to celebrate what would have been her 100th birthday, which is today. The event easily broke the previous record of 254 lookalikes. Oh my gosh, yeah, it did.
A lot of men.
That was set in Australia. Even with Marilyn Monroe gone for 64 years, fans say she's still an eternal cultural icon, of course, worth remembering.
This is way bigger than I ever imagined. I think we heard over 1,000 tickets were sold. So it's so special that everybody came out to just idolize our queen.
She just means love and sexiness. And I think that every one of us has that inside of us. We just got to find it.
It's an icon. She means something to everybody, really.
I feel like she never left us. She's here with us in spirit. It's like she never died.
Wow. So many variations. The record breaker gathered there, part of Palm Springs 5-day Maryland 100 celebration, a 5-day event. My gosh.
Okay, and a special tribute event for Marilyn Monroe is about to happen at the TCL Chinese Theater. This is happening at 11 o'clock this morning. Fans will be able to enjoy free birthday cake, receive red roses, and take part in a happy birthday sing-along. The celebration also features award-winning photographer Lawrence Schiller, who knew Marilyn Monroe personally, with a book signing tonight, followed by a screening of Gentlemen Prefer Blondes.
It's a good movie.
It is a great movie.
All right, now we'll be right back.
Breaking news right now, if you're in the Lancaster and Palmdale area, we want you to be on the lookout for a red Jeep Grand Cherokee with an Oregon license plate. Police are looking for a 5-year-old, Amaya Madoff.
And police say that this man, Christopher Madoff, abducted her overnight and may have reason to believe that he's headed south towards Quartz Hills. We don't know much right now, but again, what we do know is they are looking for a 2020 red Jeep Grand Cherokee with Oregon license plate that reads 576QNU. LA County officials investigating possible election interference after someone set fire to ballots at a drop-off box in downtown LA.
A vote center was also vandalized in Long Beach, and Mario Ramirez is live with all the details. Mario.
Yeah, that's right. Those two separate incidents this morning being investigated as possible election interference. And one of those incidents happening here downtown. Just take a look at this official drop-off box here. Now, while it doesn't show any obvious signs of damage this morning, investigators are looking into how ballots inside ended up burned just before Election Day. So take a look. County election officials say vote-by-mail ballots appeared to have been damaged by fire inside this official ballot drop box. This is just outside the Department of Public Social Services in downtown along 4th Place. It happened between a routine ballot pickup and Sunday morning's collection, impacting voter ballots that were dropped off in a span just under 24 hours. And separately, election workers reported vandalism Sunday morning at a vote center inside Cesar Chavez Park in Long Beach. They didn't specify what that vandalism was, but said voting operations weren't disrupted. Early voters were still able to cast their ballots there. County officials, they're reminding the public that interfering with voting operations, damaging election materials, or vandalizing these facilities is a felony, and residents this morning thinking twice about leaving their ballot here at this drop box location after what happened over the weekend.
I just want my ballots to be safe, so like if there's like another location that's like safer, I'll probably just like go to one that's like also recommended. It's unfortunate news, but you know, it's not going to stop me from like voting or anything.
I just saw the news this morning and I thought, wow, I'm not surprised. This is LA, you know, there's a lot of manipulation and fraud happening over here, but for it to happen right next to where I live, I was pretty surprised about that.
And you can find the nearest Dropbox location where you live by going to lavote.gov. Registrar Recorder and County Clerk Dean Logan says they're reviewing both incidents, working with law enforcement to protect the integrity of the voting process. His statement to Fox 11 reads in part, any attempt to interfere with voting or election operations is taken seriously. We'll continue working closely with law enforcement and other partners to safeguard the voting process and ensure voters can participate with confidence. End quote. Now, if we come back out here live, you can see two of several security cameras positioned around this ballot drop box controlled by the LA County Registrar's Office. And as of this morning, we can tell you officials haven't said whether or not a suspect has been identified. For now, live downtown, I'm Mario Ramirez. Sandra and Roxy, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Mario, thank you so much. Appreciate the update there. Moving on now to the latest in the Ontario warehouse fire investigation. You'll remember we watched this massive fire burn all morning right here on Good Day LA.
Yeah, that's right. And Coco McAvoy joins us live this morning where demolition is set to begin. Coco.
Good morning, and demolition has started here at the Kimberly-Clark warehouse in Ontario following that massive fire that destroyed the warehouse back in April, and residents have had to deal with the aftermath for nearly 2 months now. So take a look at this video here so you can see what it looks like now when the demolition is underway. Crews are starting by demolishing the exterior concrete walls for the next 2 weeks. They're